This is television for the Isles of Scilly, brought to you with Worldwide Financial Planning, Truro and Penwith College, and the Scilly Lottery. From Radio Scilly, this is scillytv.com. A crew of volunteers from the St Mary's lifeboat arrived back in the harbour on Tuesday the 4th of January after a 10-hour sea crossing from Poole in Dorset. The men brought back a relief lifeboat from the RNLI headquarters, the Daniel Gibson. The 7-class vessel is similar to the St Mary's boat and will be used here if there are any shouts for our local crew over the next fortnight while Scilly's lifeboat is away undergoing maintenance. Crew members set off for Holyhead in North Wales to take her for routine work the next day. At around 7 o'clock on New Year's Eve, a property somewhere here was raided by police. Officers are staying tight-lipped as to the specific address of the building, but callers to Radio Scilly claim there was activity in the Little Porth or Porthcressa Beach area early in the evening on December the 31st. A warrant was issued by magistrates to search for drugs. Nothing was found. St Mary's police are warning those who deal in narcotics on the islands that they will be brought to task at some stage. Sergeant Charlie Craig has asked residents to share intelligence and says officers will act upon it. Shirley Graham from St Mary's Police Station. Just before Christmas, islanders gathered to learn about the local action group and celebrate 1 year of the Community Fund. Attendees at the session at the Morton's Fish and Chip restaurant on St Martin's, themselves recipients of local action group cash, highlighted some of the successes over the year-long initiative. Amanda Pender is the local action group manager, and she said there was a considerable amount of cash to really engage the community and business opportunities. Duchy Land Steward Chris Gregory is chair of the local action group. He says it's there to make a difference and islanders decide where the cash goes. Despite our relatively low population number, around 2,100 people, Amanda says there's been significant interest in the funding and support, and more schemes and initiatives are set to be assisted in 2011. Chris Gregory warns there is some form filling to undertake, but Nicola Christopher from the Tresco Playgroup says it was worth doing. Their organisation received £20,400 to improve facilities, and they got the cash within 8 months of having the initial idea. Nicola says there was a lot of help in form filling offered, and she wouldn't hesitate in recommending people apply to the Lag for Help. Mark Prager of the Ales of Scilly Brewery received money for a bottling plant that he'll share with Toby Tobin Dugan of the St Martin's Bakery to bottle lemonade. Mark bottles beer with the Ales of Scilly Brewery. Mark says it's his hope that more local producers could work together on St Mary's. There's been a decline in the amount of island produce available as some people go for what they believe to be easier solutions. A St Mary's councillors had enough of the appearance of this building. 6 months ago, Gaz O'Neill complained, and work still hasn't been undertaken to improve the appearance of the property in the centre of town. He says it's an eyesore. The town hall say it's not that straightforward. The building is listed, and Chief Technical Officer Neville Gardner says the paint cover is in fact a pre-coloured lime render. It's not so easy to replace. The finish has taken on a mottled appearance, and Neville believes that the surface is designed to breathe. If you paint it, the render could become unstuck. Penny Penhoward, the Director of Community Services, says she's not aware of any formal complaints about the building. She says she'd welcome them and doesn't view grievances as negative, as they're a way of pointing out what needs doing.